Hi. All right, so today I want to talk about building a mindset that allows you to believe that you're going to heal. Because I know when you're chronically ill, trust me, I know, it's easy to lose faith, lose hope, feel helpless, hopeless, defeated, feel like you have tried everything and throw your hands up in the air and just say, like, I can't do this anymore. So I want to tell you something that I learned to do earlier on, and I remind myself to do this all the time, every day. I have to remind myself, and you can do this too. And it makes the difference between someone who's going to heal and who will heal and who won't give up until they heal, and somebody who might give up along the way. And this is the same kind of person that either completes the marathon, climbs Mount Everest, sets that big, huge goal and does it, right? So they're an executor, they do it, right? And they finish what they start. So those types of people, even in business or whatever, are often, 2 to 5% of the people, right? And so what sets them apart and what gives them that mindset that they can do this, and what can help you strengthen your mindset that you're going to heal in and amongst all the symptoms, in and amongst all the setbacks, in and amongst all the things that you're trying and aren't working. It is developing a mindset on yourself that you finish what you start. You are a finisher, okay? And I can guarantee you, I bet you probably aren't a finisher, right? I bet that there's been many things in your life that you've started and gave up on way too early, or that you wished you had have done to completion, or you do 90% of the work and then you don't follow through. You don't just finish the job when you start something, right? And so it's a characteristic that a lot of people have, right? It's hard to take something from beginning to end, and that's what we want to do with this illness. We want to see it from beginning to end. We're going to be there all the way until we finish, and we want to cultivate that mindset that I can do this. I can finish what I started here. I will heal myself. I will heal. Nothing will stop me. I will get to the end. Not 80% healed, not 70% healed, not 40% healed, but no matter how long it takes to the very end, not 99.9% healed, but 100% healed. That's what I want for you. I want you to be 100% healed. That's what I want for myself. I want to be healed. I want, when we get there, to be 100% healed. And so how do you make sure is to build that mindset along the way? Okay, so here is the simple thing that you can do. So no matter what you have to do that day, and no matter how sick you are, or how many symptoms you have, or if you're having a better day, or if you're having a worse day, you can still do this technique. So when you make your list, depending on your activity list, you say, I am going to, walk around the block today. Then you do that. You get your shoes on, you walk all the way around the block, and as soon as you get back into the house, you congratulate yourself and say, I'm a finisher. I finish what I start. Okay, so that builds repetition. But if you're the kind of person who's like, oh, I don't have any energy, but I've got to do these dishes. I'm going to do the dishes, okay? So let me give you an example. You're scrubbing the dishes, you're doing the dishes, you're loading the dishwasher, you've got to scrub some by hand. You put some over here to dry, air dry, and maybe you do a bunch, and then you get down to the end of the sink and there's maybe 1 or 2 pots, and you put soap in them and you let them soak and you walk away, right? That is not cultivating the mindset that we want. If you decide that you're going to do the dishes, I don't care if it takes you that 24 hours in the day, you finish washing the dishes. So you don't have to do 10 things on your to-do list. Pick one thing a day, one thing an hour. Depending, if you can only do one thing in a 24-hour period, pick it. One thing in an 8-hour period, pick it. One thing in an hour, pick it. But the thing that you choose to do, make sure that you complete it. So going back to the dishes analogy, that wouldn't be good enough, right? So we go back and we scrub the pot, right? We scrub them out. We put them to dry, and then we look and we say, oh, all those things are drying, I'm just letting them air dry. No, we get the tea towel out, we dry them, we don't set them on the counter, we put them away in the cupboards. Then we wipe the counter, we clean down the sink, and we look, we stand back and we look and we say, like, I did it. And you pat yourself in the back and you say, I did it. I'm a finisher. I finish what I start. So you got to remind yourself, I'm a finisher. I finish what I start. Okay, even for basic tasks like washing the dishes, right? If that's what you've decided to do that day, you're going to wash the dishes. Then say halfway along you realize that there's another dish. Like you're drinking a tea and then you go set it in the sink. You've got all the dishes done and you set one mug in your sink and you think, well, it's just one mug. No, it isn't one mug. It's building your momentum. So you wash that dish, you dry that dish, and you put it away, and then you pat yourself on the back and you say, I'm a finisher. I finish what I start. I'm a finisher. I finish what I start. And you can do this with any task, okay? So if don't do a task, or don't tell yourself, if you know you can't finish that task, or you don't have enough energy for that task, or you're not going to be able to do it, then don't pick that one to tell yourself. But pick something like, say you're going to do laundry that day. You've decided to do laundry. You put the clothes in, you've transferred them over, you put them in the dryer, you know, don't leave them. Now you're folding, and then you get to the socks and underwear. You get to the socks at the bottom and you're like, right, I'm tired, or I've done it, but now I can't put them away. I put the clothes away. If you've decided that doing laundry is the thing that you're gonna do that day, and then you leave it half done, or even 80% done, or 99.9% done, it's not done. So do the whole thing. Say, that's my job, that's my only thing that I have to complete today. And everything else in your world, you'll still get done. If you need to take a break, if you need a rest, if you need to whatever, but come back to it and don't stop until you complete the job of actually folding the socks. Now we're gonna put the laundry in the drawer and put everything back where it belongs, and stand back, look at your job, pat yourself on the back and say, I did it, I finished it, I'm a finisher, I finish what I start, I finish what I start. And repeat that to yourself every day with the task that you've chosen. Maybe you choose one, or maybe you choose two, maybe you feel like you can choose three. Whatever you feel like you can choose, but at least one a day. Choose that one, write it down so you know what that task is, and make sure you do it from start to completion within your comfort zone, even if you're stretching yourself just a little, but make sure you do that one task. And when you're done, say to yourself, I'm a finisher. I finish what I start. And this will help you to build confidence in yourself. It'll help you to build the mindset that you need to heal, and the trust in yourself that you will finish what you start. The more you tell yourself, I finish what I start, and you actually see that you do finish what you start, and you start to erase that old pattern of starting things and not finishing them, starting things and not finishing, not following through, not doing all the things that you want. As soon as you start to tell yourself day after day, I finish what I start, I'm a finisher, I finish what I start, and you see that you have, you will build that mindset. It will go a long way to sustaining you through this recovery and knowing that you're not going to stop until you get to the finish line. And it will help you build that momentum and the trust and faith in yourself that you can finish what you start and that you will finish what you start. So I hope that this trick that I do has been helpful. Use it and see how it goes.